moving much.
I know, I'm holding my coffee. That's precious.
Okay, welcome to Wednesday, and I have a co-host today, so that makes everything better, I'll tell you that.
And hopefully you can hear her.
No. Okay, so first of all, this is Pat, hot firefighter boyfriend Pat, filling in for Curt Cruz. It's Curt and Jen in the morning podcast. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And how would you describe our podcast? It's just like fun information. It's hopefully entertaining. You're hopefully going to get a little laugh or two when you listen.
Tidbits of things that you probably wouldn't hear unless you really search for them like you do.
Like conversation starters. I think they're good conversation starters.
Oh, they can be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, Monday was a Monday for me. It was a Monday, and a lot of things just didn't go quite the way I wanted it to, including the podcast on the YouTube part of it because the audio wasn't working. My microphone wasn't picking up on the camera app for Microsoft. I don't even know why. I should have tested it. I didn't. I know better. This should be better.
We tested it like 3 times today.
So this should be good.
So hopefully you're hearing us.
If you were on another podcast platform, like any of the other ones, like Apple or Spotify or iHeart, any of those, you would have heard us fine. It was the YouTube part of it. Anyway, welcome. We're glad you're here. We have so much to say. I also owe an apology to 2 of our very, very avid listeners, Laurel and Steve. I said the wrong words. Like when you try to come up with the right words and the wrong words they do come out. That's what I did. They answered my question that we had posed about, what's something new that's your new favorite thing? What's something new you discovered that's your new favorite thing? And Laurel had answered the question on Facebook saying, it's the Curt and Jen in the morning podcast. And I was trying to find the right words, like she was trying to butter us up. She was trying to whatever. And I said brown nose, and I feel like she maybe got a little offended. And I didn't mean to offend you. We appreciate all of you that listen. So thank you. All right. Are you ready to get on with it? Here's what we have coming up in the day for the podcast today. Let's see. I have to scroll down on the screen. Bear with me. Pat. So we're on vacation in Manson, Washington, which is right next to Chelan. Pat, not working. He's a firefighter, but he did yesterday. He was saving lives yesterday. That's real. I saw it in action, so we'll tell you about that.
I don't know about saving lives, but...
Honey... I don't think the woman's husband didn't get over to her until way after.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll tell you more about that. It's the end of the era at the airport. We're going to talk about that. An iconic Seattle band's drummer is leaving. We're going to talk about what ruined your vacation or put a damper on it. That was our question of the day. What else is coming up?
Hourly jobs with the highest job satisfaction. And after 12 years, there's a new #1 city in America to visit, according to the travel and leisure peeps, yeah.
Had a good shower. Did you read the good shower part?
Oh, the good shower part, yeah. I failed.
You need to make some changes, honey.
Ain't gonna happen.
Okay, here we go. Let's kick it off with your heroic efforts yesterday. Heroic efforts yesterday. I'll set the scene. Or do you want to set the scene?
I don't like talking about it.
Okay, I'll talk about it. So we are at Mitchell Creek. We motored our boat down to Mitchell Creek, which is a boat-in-only campground, and they have places, slips you can put your boat, and then there's this little beach, and that's why we went there, because we wanted our dog Sailor to be able to run in the water and just be able to be free and run around. And there was very few people there, but there was a party there, and they were listening to music and having a good time, and you would talk to a few people. Well, a couple of them decided to go out on paddle boards. And Pat and I are out in the water floating on our little floaties, just kind of in the shallow end. Yeah. And this woman, one of the people on the paddle boards, not too far out, but it's a steep drop in the water, so it's not like you can touch, falls off her paddle board, and we kind of I turned. I don't know if you saw her actually fall.
I didn't see her fall.
I saw her fall, and I'm like, uh-oh, because her husband had fallen. I think it was her husband had fallen, and, we're all kind of laughing and joking. He gets back on the board, and off he goes, and he's off. And so she falls into the water, and I'm like, oh, like her husband, kind of like laugh it off. No, she panicked and was like, I need help. And she was like...
Yeah, I never saw her head go under, but... She was like up to
yeah,
here.
it was like up to her mouth. She went under a little bit, and she was trying to hold on to her paddle. She could not get to her board, and so Pat springs into action and goes over. And you're not a lifeguard. We talked about this
No, I'm
later.
not a
Like
lifeguard.
there's different kind of saving techniques when people are in the water floundering. Anyway, Pat gets to her, gets her board. All is good in the world. I mean, we do talk about, both of us told her, you need to have a life jacket.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
That's the lesson here. I mean, awesome
And-
that Pat, went over and rescued this person.
And the ankle strap, because that's what happened with her is she fell off her board. She didn't have the ankle strap on it, and her board actually shot towards us, which was helpful because I just swam and then pushed the board back to her,
Yeah.
so that she could grab onto that. But yeah, if she would have had either a life jacket and or the ankle strap, she wouldn't have been in that situation.
The life jacket's key. I mean, we see so many people out on the water doing water sports of all kinds without life jackets. And it's silly to me. Like, it's just one of those, we have to have them on board on the boat.
Yeah, we don't have to wear them technically, though.
Right.
Kids under whatever,
Yeah.
12 or something.
Anyway, it can save a life.
Think about it.
Wear your life jacket. That's what I say about that. That's the mom in me too. So, Okay, moving on. It's Amazon Prime Days, honey.
Well, we just ordered a pair of shoes for me, so
It kicked off yesterday. If you're I hate to say this, living under a rock, I feel like if anyone knows anything about Amazon, everybody knows about Prime Days. You knew about it, didn't you? Honey, it's the first thing
Only
that comes
because you
up on
told me.
Amazon.
Well,
like,
yeah.
If you go on Amazon, it's like bam in
yeah,
your
but
face.
I don't know. They do so many different things. It's
Okay.
like, what the heck is Prime Days?
It's Prime Days. It's not just 2 days this year. It's 4. It kicked off yesterday. We're in day 2. I can tell you that some of the lightning deals sell out like that because I tried to buy something this morning, and it was 99% claimed. I put it in my shopping cart. I went to my shopping cart to check out, and all of a sudden it was gone.
Just gotta hit the buy now.
That's what I should have done. Anyway, I lost it. It was the bum cream that I love. That bum. It had the biggie bum cream.
Woohoo!
And I didn't get it. Damn it.
Damn. Now what are you gonna do?
I got to get the little bum cream.
Okay. And we digress.
And you got some hiking shoes.
Yes, I got some hiking.
Here's the thing. There's some good deals to be found, and if you're super organized, you could do a lot of Christmas shopping and save a lot of money. I have a list of things that I would like for myself that I'm just checking the prices on to see if they come down in price, and then I will purchase it. Okay, that is all. We did not get paid for that, by the way. Did you hear about this at the airport?
End of an era.
There's an end of the era. Well, it says maybe. And that's what it didn't get. So, this was all over the news. I saw it on the news yesterday, but I didn't hear the audio for it because I don't think the audio was up. I don't know. Anyway, you don't have to take your shoes off.
Well,
That's big.
yeah, it'll save time. One less thing you
TSA
gotta put back on.
is now allowing all passengers to keep their shoes on while passing through checkpoints. There hasn't been an official announcement yet, but multiple sources, including the Wall Street Journal, said they quietly made the change yesterday. They might have quietly made the change, but it was all over the news and on social media. So there's that. TSA say we are always exploring new and innovative ways to enhance the passenger experience and our strong security posture. Is that right? Strong security posture?
Yeah.
Okay. Any potential updates to our security processes will be issued through official channels. So I guess they're being vague about it now, but it was all over the news.
Like, why be vague if you're going to be...
Yeah, if something's going to...
put it out there and do it.
Yeah. Believe it or not, it's been 20 years since we were forced to remove our shoes. The shoe rule has been blamed on Richard Reed, a.k.a. the shoe bomber, who unsuccessfully tried to detonate an explosive hidden in his shoe. Did you know this? Mm-hmm. On a flight to Paris? I don't remember that.
I wouldn't
Paris
have remembered
to Miami
his name.
In late 2001. Wow.
3 months after 9/11.
9/11 was in 2001?
Yeah, that's why they call it 9/11.
No, 9/11 in 2001?
Yeah, but
No
9/11/01, yeah.
Oh, Sailor. That's our dog, Sailor.
Our dog, Sailor. Just being protective.
Okay, so anyway, now they're saying let's revisit, not TSA, but everybody else is saying let's revisit the liquid rule now, so we can bring liquids on the plane.
Yeah, or at least more of them, so you don't have to find all the little.
Yeah.
I mean, have to buy a special thing of deodorant just to kind of carry it on board.
On a side note to the removing your shoes, you will be asked to remove your shoes if you're flagged for extra screening or if you don't have real ID.
Oh, you mean what happened to me?
Because you didn't have... Well, wait, what do you
I got flagged for whatever reason coming back from Italy. And
oh, that's right.
I had the special swabbing and everything. I didn't... Luckily, I didn't have to have the little cavity search thing.
Oh, my God. Oh, this is kind of cool. I mean, I can't believe that the number one city in America to travel to has been the same one for 12 years, and it has been...
Yeah, what was the reason for
South Carolina? Charleston, South Carolina has been number one on Travel and Leisure's list of top U.S. cities to visit for the past 12 years, but this year, it has been knocked down.
Santa Fe scores the highest right now.
Santa Fe, New Mexico...
Because they have 300 days of... so this must be the ranking, or how they kind of... 300 days of sunshine, excellent food options, and natural beauty. Charleston fell to number 3.
Okay, so the top U.S. cities to visit, are...
New Orleans.
So Santa Fe's number 1, New Orleans is number 3, Charleston fell to number...
New Orleans number 2.
number 2, Charleston fell to number 3, followed by who?
Savannah, Georgia... Alexandria, Virginia, Honolulu, Greenville, South Carolina, New York City, and then Asheville, North Carolina, and Chicago, Illinois.
Have you been to North Carolina? I don't know what's in Asheville.
I've never been. I've been to Illinois, but to the southern part, not to Chicago.
Okay. Santa Fe ranked 19th worldwide. The number 1 place in the world to travel is to central Mexico's San Miguel de Allende. De Allende.
I'm glad you said
right?
that. You noticed I was just quiet.
Mexico City made it the top 10 as well at number 7. I don't know how to pronounce some of these. I need to visit more places in the world. Chiang Mai, Thailand, second worldwide.
We're probably butchering that.
Then Tokyo, Bangkok, and someplace in India. Jaipur?
Jaipur?
We're good. We're so good.
We've done our research. She's done her research.
I usually leave that to Curt. I'm like, Curt, you take this story because there's some weird words in it. Oh, so Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Do you like Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal?
Yeah, it's not bad. A little bit. It's just overwhelming. Too much for me.
Okay, well, Cinnamon Toast Crunch just debuted a new flavor yesterday. It's only available at Walmart, and it is, well, they teamed up with Hormel for bacon-flavored cereal. So right now you can get it at Walmart. It has a the same cinnamon taste. They just added bacon flavor on top of it, so it's savory and sweet, and it's for a limited time only. So if you want to try this cinnamon-flavored bacon cereal, go to Walmart.
You almost sounded like an ad right there. You want to try it?
Would you? I don't know.
I mean, I would try it just.
I like bacon and I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I'm not one who, like, a lot of people pour maple syrup or something on their bacon, and
yeah?
I'm not one to do that, but so I'm not sure how this would work for me, but to each their own.
Okay, don't be surprised to know that there's no bacon in it, actual bacon.
No way.
Bacon bits would have been fun, some people say, but it's just made with artificial flavor.
Yeah. Lovely. I'm sure it's healthy.
It's so good for our bodies.
It just matches the theme of actual Cinnamon Toast Crunch because I'm sure that's all artificial flavor too.
I don't know that there's not anything natural about it. Maybe the cinnamon. Maybe. Okay, so here's the other thing about it. Normal cereal boxes are 12 ounces, but they're selling 6-ounce bags of this at Walmart for $5.84.
You just can't eat that much of it.
I don't know if you remember this, but right? They don't want, they did a collab earlier this year with Totino's Pizza Rolls. So, this is just another one of those partnerships that I've got people calling me. Shoot. Honey, you were laughing about this story when you had seen it.
Oh, this is the dad bod.
Just in time for beach season, another study found that women's ideal body type for men is the dad bod.
Ta-da!
Researchers think it's because high testosterone levels mean more of a dad bod physique. What?
Well, see, I don't get that because, well, although a lot of people they push testosterone now more with men.
Yeah.
Because our testosterone starts to drop as we get older. So
like our estrogen does.
In a lot of I know a lot of people who are on testosterone, and so I don't know.
Does that give them a dad bod then? Wait.
Well, that's what
researchers think it's because high testosterone levels mean more of a dad bod physique. So ladies are more attracted to that look.
So if our testosterone dropped, did that mean I would be dropping these extra pounds that make me have a dad bod?
I don't think you have a dad bod. I think you have a good bod. Okay, well, I mean...
Glad you
glad you enjoy it, Jen. Thanks for sharing. Old habit, new term. People were doing this even when we had outhouses. They just have a new name for it now. It's called bathroom camping, and it's a TikTok trend. Big surprise.
I do it all the time. I'm not on TikTok, though.
It's when the bathroom is your safe space. Honey, you don't feel safe being around me?
It's not this different reason. I actually use it for a bathroom.
All right. Bathroom camping is when the bathroom is your safe space and you don't need to use the toilet or even the sink. You just want to get away. People do it at work when they want to avoid work. But it's also done at parties, events, and even at home, especially if you've got kids or your extended family is in town. People on TikTok are almost bragging about how easy it is to take a mental break or hit the reset button just by bathroom camping.
I do not have to do that. I'm going for a reason. It's not for getting away.
Well, it's sad if you feel like you have to bathroom camp because you don't have a safe, like you're not in a safe space, or you just want to avoid work. If you want to avoid work, just go get a different job. You must not like it very much.
No. Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna move on to something different now. Ooh, this is big.
See, I think it's big. I don't know. I'm not up on all the bands.
I mean, I'm not up on all the band members, but if you were into grunge music and you lived in Seattle, this is huge because Pearl Jam, it was an iconic band here and I think still is. And after 27 years behind the drums, Matt Cameron is leaving Pearl Jam.
That's a long time.
But it's a friendly parting.
Yeah,
I mean, 27. He's been doing it for 27 years. Matt said,
retire,
"Quote:
move on.
Much love and respect for Jeff, Ed, Mike, and Stone for inviting me into the band in 1998 and for giving me the opportunity of a lifetime, one filled with friendships, artistry, challenges, and laughter." And the band issued a statement saying, quote, "Matt has propelled the last 27 years of Pearl Jam live shows and studio recordings. It was a deeply important chapter for our group, and we wish him well always. Yeah. He will be missed. He will be deeply missed and is forever our friend in art and music. We love you, Matt." So that's what the band said. So yeah, I think he's just like, I'm hanging it up. I'm retiring. I've done this for 27 years and it's probably time to go do something else.
Well, and it looks like he'll be inducted in as a member of Soundgarden into the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, Matt will be a 2-time Rock and Roll Hall of Famer by the end of the year. He went in with Pearl Jam in 2017, and he'll be inducted as a member of Soundgarden in November.
So he was Soundgarden before?
Wow. This is my lack of research. I don't know. Curt would have known. Curt's going to be very disappointed if he hears this episode because he's going to be like this right now. Oh my God, you don't know this? You don't know this?
Nope.
All right.
Sorry, Curt. I don't know it. I know that.
The question of the day that we asked on Monday was, what ruined your vacation or at least put a damper on it? So these are the answers that you guys came up with. Jennifer said food poisoning. Amanda said when we were in Key West preparing to head up to Walt Disney World on 9/11.
Yeah, that would ruin it. Randy said the kids. He said Disneyland was so much better when we left them at the Airbnb.
I know this story because we hang out with Randy and Carrie a lot. And they had gone to Disneyland with their kids, I think for the first time, maybe. Anyway, they bring their kids, and their kids do not like it. So they're like, okay, fine, we're going to leave you home the next day or take you. I think it was both. They took them home and then went back to the park and then went to the park the next day without the kids. And they had a great time.
Yeah.
Sandra said, being told by my then husband after arriving at the stadium in D.C. for a Nationals game that we wouldn't be buying any stupid things. I guarantee my kids got some goodies.
And Pat,
not you,
not me, the airline saying I was late for a flight even though I was there an hour and a half early. I don't know how that works. It happened to me and about 10 others. They didn't let us board. There were some pissed off people, he said, for sure.
I mean, an hour and a half before the flight? What are you asking? Can you say pissed off?
Who's Pat? Do you know who Pat is?
I went to high school with Pat. It's Pat Green. I'm sure he doesn't care if I say his last name. I don't even know if he listens, but he answered the question. Yeah, I mean, that's frustrating. I would be pissed too.
Yeah.
An hour and a half is plenty of time and early enough.
Well, especially if, an hour and a half, when did they get to the gate? And by the time you get through everything, get to the gate, even if you're 15 minutes early. I mean, what was it?
You shouldn't be closing the doors until
the time.
Tracy said food poisoning and sunburns. Yeah, that's happened to me, a bad sunburn. Jackie said my ex bitching and complaining about how he didn't have any fun in Maui, then storming off and leaving me on the beach by myself on my birthday.
That sucks.
Jackie, I'm sorry. That's not our Jackie.
That's not our Jackie.
That's not my roommate, Jackie. That's another Jackie. You want to take
and then, Jenny said she wouldn't say it was ruined, but visiting her aunt, and she put her boyfriend and her in separate. Her aunt put her boyfriend and her in separate bedrooms. So said hers was a twin bed, and she kept falling out of it. And then she'd text her boyfriend so he could laugh at her.
I mean, at least they made some good out of it. And had a good
laugh.
Yeah,
you got to laugh out of it.
Do you have any stories? Anything that ruined your vacation or put a damper on it?
Yes and no. I mean, I've had breakdowns and stuff. Never really ruined it, but it did put a damper. I mean, had to
flat tires, breakdowns.
Yeah, breakdowns. Yeah, had to have the old motorhome towed back from New Halem one time, and then by the time we got it all back, and then we had to repack everything into the truck. Because no longer take that and had to tent it that year. Oh. So we ended up
was a new
still
kind
going.
Of adventure.
Yeah, that was going over to Roosevelt one year.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that's hot in a tent.
Yes, it was.
I would say mine would be sunburns. I've definitely had some bad sunburns and kids getting sick on the trips.
Oh yeah.
I've been sick I've had to go to the emergency room when I was in Disneyland. I was taking an antibiotic for something and I had a terrible, terrible reaction. It was terrible. No, it was just my stomach.
Oh.
It was I was doubled over. I could barely walk from this stuff. So anyway, live and learn. And now it's one of my, medicines I put on the...
Well, life is life. It doesn't care what vacation you're on.
Right? All right.
That's crazy music.
This is a good one. Hourly jobs with the highest job satisfaction. Whoa.
Well, what do we got here? If you're in a 9 to 5 that pays hourly, here are the jobs to apply for.
Weed or vape stores. They have a 92%.
Buy some Cheetos now.
They have a 92% job satisfaction.
Yep.
Well, no duh.
That is number one. I wonder if they allow. I mean, is it just the contact from? I mean, you got to smoke it to really start feeling good. But if you're in that hole and you love the smell, and because
you're helping people find what they need.
You could be a mile away from some of those stores and smell them. It seems like I can't imagine being inside of one.
Okay, number 2 is catering at 91% job satisfaction. That actually is surprising to me.
I mean, if you're in that business and you love that, I don't know if I would. I wouldn't like to, but...
These are just the top 5 jobs with the hourly jobs with the highest job satisfaction. So weed or vape stores was number 1. Catering number 2. Cafes and coffee shops number 3.
Yep. And this I don't understand. Dentist office, number 4. And gym's number 5, which I could see a gym. You're athletic. You want to be there, and that's your gig. But dentist office?
I can't. I don't.
I have
know.
a buddy who loves going to the dentist, and I just shake my head. I don't get it. He loves having his teeth cleaned.
Wow. Do I know this person?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Hourly employees at community centers, sit-down restaurants, and gun shops also ranked high in job satisfaction. At the other end of the list, hourly workers at pharmacies are the most likely to feel stressed or frustrated by their job.
Shout out to my niece, who's a pharmacy tech.
She is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was there anything else with that story? The rest of the bottom 5, postal workers and Amazon drivers, people at veterinary clinics, hourly workers at doctors' offices, and other hourly jobs in healthcare. Those are the worst.
Yeah.
Those are the
Healthcare
ones
is
least satisfaction, I should say. Least satisfied in their job.
Yeah, you think that like healthcare. I mean, it's like what I do. You want to, you're helping people, but you're seeing them when they're not the happiest, most pleasant people. Some are okay, but sometimes you're dealing with people who...
You know how that goes.
Yeah, and so I could see where that day after day can be very...
So it says those jobs rank lower because they tend to be more draining, more both physically and emotionally, so burnout creeps in pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, I need to get you some music, honey.
Transition
I forgot.
music, it says right there on the screen.
Hold on. Okay, here it is.
There it is.
This is a fun one.
Yeah.
Oh, this... I can't even believe this, but you're like, okay, I can kind of believe it.
Well, it depends. I mean, I think, once again, you just can't do away with the balance. So this is companies now are trying to kill off the idea of work-life balance. And...
This is according to the Wall Street Journal. They did a report on this. There's a surge of job listings that specifically say they do not offer any balance and only have a ton of work to be done. Like specifically...
Good luck finding people. I mean, they might find people who go, oh, yeah, how bad can it be? But if they're working them to the bone, there's going to be a lot of turnover.
If I see a job description that says there's a ton of work to be done, it's not like I'm afraid to jump in and work hard and do a ton of work. But if it's saying that from the get-go, I just am feeling like that's not a vibe.
Yeah, I wonder how many... I mean, if you're on average, let's say you get 10 applications for a position, and I'm saying that's low.
Yeah.
But I wonder if this would cut it in half.
I feel like.
Or more.
The postings may say they're looking for someone who can keep up with the unrelenting pace. That was in quotes. Or they want someone who's eager, in quotes, to be in the office as much as possible. They also may stress long hours, a competitive business environment, and the importance of hustle. One healthcare company ad even said, quote, if you're looking for work-life balance, this isn't it. So basically, they're reining in flexible schedules, remote work, and perks, and are openly warning applicants to get ready for the grind. That's what they're doing right now.
And I would say that, you know what, if you're an employee, let's say you're starting your own business, you're willing to work hard and put in those long hours because you're trying to build your business and it's important to you. If you're an employee and you're strictly just getting an hourly wage, not necessarily, you're not going to be offered a partnership. You're not going to be. I mean, I'm a worker. I tend to work, as much as I don't call in sick when I'm not sick, that sort of stuff. But I also think there should be a balance. Otherwise, you know what? Do it yourself. If you want workers, you want workers to build your company, then you got to treat them right.
My jaw's kind of on the ground on this. It says one expert says they're testing the limits of what they can ask of their employees, knowing how hungry people are to work. So the pendulum has swung and companies are in control again. That's what they're saying. I
don't think you can change that, though. I mean, yeah, they might go in there starting that way, but people are either going to start slacking off or they're going to quit. You can start off that way, fine.
I mean, we can start to get political about I just won't work and I'll just collect unemployment. I don't want to get into that. For now, things like this, like what we're talking about, are mostly popping up in postings for startups. So I guess in startups, I can kind of get it because it's like, if we got to work hard to make this thing fly. And if it does, typically if you're part of a startup at the beginning and it's successful, you're going to benefit from that.
Which that completely.
So that
if
makes
you believe in
sense.
it and you're trying to build that company, that totally, and you're going to get like shares or whatever, and you feel like, I mean, I would want to do that if I was, if I really believed in the company and I wanted to be part of it, like almost part ownership with shares.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Microsoft. People made a lot of money off of Microsoft when they were starting up and getting stock options.
But
and
now it's
Microsoft
the
took
grind.
off.
I mean, I think Microsoft can be a good place to work, but I see one of my close friends who works for Microsoft pretty high in the climbing the ladder type of situation. And she's missing out on all kinds of things all the time because she's got to like leave early to get back on her computer at 9 or 10 o'clock at night to keep working. And that is just not the kind of life I want to lead. But also at the same time, like I said, like I'm not afraid of hard work, but I want there to be, like, you only live once.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Anyway.
Well, and
that's a thing. It's a trend. So just be aware of it. Did you have something else to add, hon? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nope,
okay.
That's it.
All right. I couldn't believe this. It costs way more to see Barack Obama than Beyonce. And Beyonce's tickets were expensive.
Well, you got to also look at who's buying Beyonce tickets and who's buying Barack Obama tickets.
Maybe Barack Obama needs to get rid of any riffraff because of security too.
Well, no, but look at the people. Look at the people. People who are buying Beyonce tickets are not necessarily the people who are making lots and lots of money, who are in the political
But her ticket price is still super expensive.
Oh, yeah. Understood. But you're not going to get... You and I will not buy Beyonce tickets for that much, let alone...
Barack Obama.
Why would we go see Barack Obama?
Well, there's people that would see Barack Obama.
Yeah.
We might not be
I bet you there's fewer people, if you look at the overall numbers, who would go and pay even the same amount.
Maybe this will change your mind on what is included in the ticket. Let me tell you.
Well, there's a...
An evening with President Barack Obama goes down at London's O2 Arena on September 24th, and VIP packages are going for $2,440. Beyonce's top VIP ticket at her recent London show was $1,172. That's less than half the price of Obama's ticket. The VIP package includes, this is what you get, so maybe you will change your mind and want to spend this much.
Nope.
A photo op, a commemorative ticket, a copy of Obama's memoir, A Promised Land, premium seating, and post-show access to a private club with a bar and live music.
Sorry.
FYI, Obama has a second show 2 days later on September 26th at Dublin's 3 Arena. Obama's show is expected to sell out quickly. Beyonce ended up... I did not know this. Beyonce ended up... This is the most impressive part of this. Not even impressive. I learned the most. Beyonce ended up giving away tickets through London's food banks after failing to sell out her 6th date run. I mean, so I think that means that was her 6 shows.
Yeah, there's 6 shows.
In London, and she wasn't able to sell out the 6th one, so she gave away the tickets. What?
Yeah.
I wish I was there to get a ticket.
Well, you got to be part of the food bank, though.
So I probably wouldn't have gotten one. Nope. All right. Honey, this story is for you. Yep,
not going to happen. A good shower is a simple shower, it says, no matter what social media influencers say.
I mean, yeah, this isn't surprising to me.
No,
this first part
hear
especially.
You hear it all the time.
Well, the influencers are coming on social media and saying you need to exfoliate daily. You need to double cleanse when you're in the shower. You need to use antibacterial soap. Loads of scented body scrubs and shower oils.
There have been so many studies against all that stuff.
Well, and it says this Dr. Olga, who's a dermatologist and teaches at the University of Pittsburgh Medical College, she's saying, I'm appalled by the shower routines. The multi-steps processes that have been inspired by people to spend endless amounts of time sudsing up can harm your skin and the environment.
Yeah.
It's all unnecessary, mostly. Your skin is a barrier, says another dermatologist who's a surgeon. It's one of the biggest barriers you have. Your skin is your biggest barrier you have. It's it's in your natural elements. It's you in your natural elements. Okay, got it. So you want to treat it right, and then sometimes there can be too much of a good thing.
Yeah, you don't want to, here's what to know about basic shower etiquette, or not etiquette, but...
Yeah, this is the basic shower is...
Yep, is...
This.
Let's go.
They said the shower is relatively simple routine that doesn't require 10 steps or a plethora of products.
Yep.
This is like the perfect simple shower.
Lukewarm shower, fragrant-free, hypoallergenic cleanser, followed by a hydrating lotion or oil afterwards.
That'll do the trick.
Period.
That's it. End of story. That is all your body needs.
Don't plan it. So this is where I fail. I don't know if I stay in the shower too long. My showers are longer, but not long.
No,
it depends on whether I shave or not.
This. Yeah.
But I do like a hot shower, and they say lukewarm, and I come out looking like a lobster sometimes.
I was just gonna say, when Pat says that he gets out of the shower and he looks like he has a massive sunburn.
Yeah, so that's probably bad for me as far as it strips your oil, the skin of the natural oils.
Yeah.
So, but mostly my back, because I'll turn and it'll be running down my back while I'm...
I know, but it's scorching hot.
But my back never seems to be dry, so I'm going to call it good.
Oh my gosh. So the bottom line is what these dermatologists are saying is, besides, lukewarm shower, and you only need one kind of hyperallergenic, non-smelling.
Which
yeah.
That's the other thing. All the soap I have is smelly, but not that much.
But it's basic. You use the basic bar soap from Costco.
Just the bar soap, Costco stuff.
I use the Aveeno body wash that you can get at... Oh, I don't think you can get it at Costco, but it's... Anyway, don't exfoliate too much. Maybe do it once a week. That's not in this article, but that's what I've read on a lot of the expert
It says doing it daily could cause mounds of problems, especially if you have dry skin and skin conditions like eczema or acne.
And then shorten your shower, people. Get in there, get out. Do what you need to do quickly, and then just get out, because that's better for the environment. I think I just played this song.
Yep, you did. That's okay.
Fine, I'll play a different one. Hold on.
Hold, please.
Hold, please.
There we go.
I'm on, here's the thing. I'm still using my phone because I found out last minute,
Thanks,
after
Curt.
I'd already left for my vacation and still doing the podcast, that Curt wasn't going to be part of it, or wasn't going to be doing it. And if I had known that, I would have brought my little mixer thing that I have, my little Roadcast, that has all my music loaded up on it, and I'd be super fancy.
But we are in the motorhome, so that's one less thing we have in the motorhome. So
You're right. All right. Our question of the day. We're at the end of the podcast already, honey. Thanks for being a part of it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Our question of the day, which I will post on the Curt and Jen in the Morning Facebook page, as well as mine, Jen Pirak, on Facebook. You can follow either of those pages and you'll see the question, is what have you learned on YouTube? I did this question in honor of you, honey, because you are always looking at videos, learning how to do things.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Or improving.
Yeah. So is there something that you have learned to do as a result of watching a video on YouTube? That's what I want to know. And if you want to put a link to what the video was, do it, because then I can watch it and learn what you learned.
Yeah. Sorry for the long one. I just looked at our...
I know, we had a long podcast.
Thanks
for sticking with us. We have a great time. We hope you did too. We will be back on Friday with a new episode. Please share the episode, follow, subscribe. It's free. Give us a heart. We would appreciate any and all of those things because it helps our podcast grow. So have an awesome day. Make good choices.
Hopefully the weather's nice where you're at.
Yep, hopefully
it's nice here.
It's summertime. It's my favorite part of the year. Make good choices, find joy, spread kindness, and laugh because it's good for the soul. Thank you so much for being here.